The year is 2025. Technology has woven itself into the very fabric of our lives. We are constantly connected, bombarded with information, and swept away in a tide of digital distractions. Yet, amidst this fast-paced digital landscape, many of us find ourselves yearning for something more. We crave authentic connections, deep relationships, and a sense of belonging in a world that often feels isolating. Our devices, intended to connect us, often serve as barriers. We scroll through carefully curated lives, comparing and despairing. The very tools that promise to bring us closer have, in many ways, pushed us further apart. We are the most connected generation in history, yet rates of loneliness and depression are soaring. The signs of our digital age dilemma are all around us. We see couples sitting in silence, each lost in their own digital world. We witness families gathered around the dinner table, their attention divided between their meals and their screens. We experience the sting of unanswered messages, the frustration of miscommunication, and the disappointment of unfulfilled expectations. This disconnection takes a toll. We feel misunderstood, unseen, and unheard. Our relationships, instead of being sources of strength and support, become sources of stress and anxiety. We begin to question our ability to connect, to love, and to be loved in a world that often feels superficial and isolating. But amidst the disconnection, there's a glimmer of hope. Deep down, we still long for connection. We yearn for relationships that nourish our souls, challenge us to grow, and stand the test of time. In a world saturated with fleeting trends and quick fixes, it might seem counterintuitive to turn to the past for answers. But history, as it often does, offers profound wisdom for navigating the challenges of the present. Long before the advent of smartphones and social media, ancient philosophers grappled with the complexities of human relationships. They pondered the nature of love, friendship, and virtue, offering insights that remain startlingly relevant today. Among these ancient schools of thought, Stoicism stands out as a beacon of wisdom for navigating the turbulence of modern life. Its enduring appeal lies in its practicality, offering a set of principles designed to cultivate resilience, wisdom, and emotional mastery. Rather, it's about understanding the nature of our emotions, recognizing what we can and cannot control, and choosing our responses with wisdom and intention. At its core, Stoicism teaches us that true happiness and fulfillment are not found in external circumstances, but in our own internal state. It's about aligning our thoughts and actions with nature, accepting what we cannot control, and focusing our energy on what we can. In the context of relationships, this translates to cultivating virtues such as patience, understanding, forgiveness, and unconditional love. Imagine approaching disagreements with a calm mind, responding to challenges with resilience, and navigating conflicts with grace. This is the promise of Stoicism, not as a rigid set of rules, but as a philosophy of life, a framework for living with intention, purpose, and connection. It's a journey of self-discovery, of learning to navigate the complexities of human relationships with wisdom, courage, and an open heart. And it's a journey that begins with a single step, a conscious decision to choose a different path, to embrace the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. As we delve into the heart of Stoicism, it's important to remember that this ancient philosophy is not about suppressing emotions or becoming an unfeeling robot. Instead, Stoicism offers a framework for understanding and navigating our emotions in a way that empowers us to live more fulfilling and meaningful lives. At its core, Stoicism teaches us that our emotions stem from our judgments about events, not the events themselves. This is a powerful concept because it places the responsibility for our emotional well-being squarely in our own hands. This realization, that we have the power to choose our responses, lies at the heart of Stoicism. Imagine for a moment that someone makes a hurtful comment. Your immediate reaction might be anger, hurt, or defensiveness. A Stoic approach encourages you to pause, to take a breath, and to examine the thought patterns that are fueling these emotions. By separating our identity from the opinions of others, we free ourselves from the need for external validation and gain a greater sense of inner peace. It's about acknowledging them, understanding their root cause, and choosing how we want to respond. Another key principle of Stoicism is the importance of perspective. In the grand scheme of things, our daily troubles, the perceived slights, the disappointments, often pale in comparison to the vastness of the universe and the fleeting nature of time. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, you have power over your mind, not outside events. When we shift our perspective from the narrow confines of our own ego to a wider, more expansive view, we begin to see our challenges in a new light. We realize that we have the power to choose our thoughts, to reframe our narratives, and to find meaning and purpose even in the face of adversity. Stoicism is not just a philosophy of personal transformation, it's also a philosophy of ethical action. It calls upon us to treat others with justice, kindness, and compassion, recognizing our shared humanity and the interconnectedness of all things. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher and statesman, beautifully articulated this principle when he wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." In our relationships, this translates to practicing empathy, listening with an open heart, and seeking to understand perspectives different from our own. It means extending grace to those who have wronged us, recognizing that everyone makes mistakes, and that forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves as much as others. The Stoic concept of amor fati, often translated as love of fate, is perhaps one of its most challenging yet liberating principles. It's about embracing all of life, the good and the bad, the joys and the sorrows, recognizing that every experience, every encounter, every challenge holds within it the seeds of growth and transformation. In the context of relationships, amor fati encourages us to accept our loved ones for who they are, flaws and all, recognizing that their imperfections are what make them unique and lovable. Embracing amor fati doesn't mean we become passive observers in our own lives or in our relationships. It simply means that we approach life with a spirit of acceptance, recognizing that challenges are inevitable and that it's our response to these challenges that truly defines us. In the tapestry of human relationships, romantic love holds a unique and often complex place. It's a realm of intense emotions, deep vulnerabilities, and the yearning for a connection that transcends the ordinary. Yet, in our hyper-connected world, even love, this most ancient of human experiences, is not immune to the challenges of the digital age. We swipe right and left, seeking connection through the glow of our screens. We craft carefully curated online personas, presenting idealized versions of ourselves to the world. The digital age, for all its wonders, has introduced a new layer of complexity to the already intricate dance of romantic love. In the face of these challenges, Stoicism emerges as a beacon of wisdom, offering timeless principles for building stronger, more resilient romantic relationships. It reminds us that true love is not a fleeting emotion, but a conscious choice, a commitment to showing up for our partners with patience, understanding, and unwavering support, even amidst life's inevitable storms. At the heart of a Stoic approach to love is the understanding that we cannot control the actions or emotions of our partners. What we can control, however, are our own thoughts, our own emotions, and our own responses to the inevitable challenges that arise in any relationship. This realization is not about becoming cold or detached. It's about recognizing that true strength in a relationship comes from a place of inner security and self-awareness. Communication, the lifeblood of any relationship, takes on a particular significance in the context of romantic love. It's the bridge that connects two hearts, the space where vulnerabilities are shared and where understanding is nurtured. Yet, effective communication is a skill that requires practice, patience, and a willingness to approach difficult conversations with empathy and compassion. Stoicism offers valuable insights into navigating the complexities of communication in romantic relationships. When disagreements arise, as they inevitably will, Stoicism encourages us to approach the conversation with a spirit of curiosity rather than judgment. Conflict, while often perceived as a negative force, is an inherent part of any relationship. It's in the space between two individuals, in the clash of perspectives and the navigation of differing needs, that growth and understanding can occur. The key to navigating conflict constructively lies in approaching these moments of tension with wisdom, compassion, and a commitment to finding common ground. Stoicism reminds us that our partners are not our adversaries. When conflict arises, Stoicism encourages us to take a step back, to breathe, and to ask ourselves, is this argument truly important in the grand scheme of things? One of the most profound gifts we can offer our partners in a romantic relationship is the gift of acceptance. Acceptance of their strengths and weaknesses, their quirks and imperfections, their past experiences and future aspirations. True love thrives in an environment where both individuals feel seen, heard, and valued for who they truly are, without judgment or the need for change. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness in a relationship comes not from finding the perfect partner, but from learning to love and appreciate the unique individual standing before us. Cultivating acceptance in a relationship doesn't mean we become passive or complacent. It's about recognizing that love is not a static destination, but a dynamic journey of shared experiences, continual learning, and unwavering support for one another's dreams and aspirations. While romantic love often takes center stage in our understanding of relationships, Stoicism reminds us that the human experience is enriched by a diverse and interconnected web of connections. Our friends, families, colleagues, and even the wider community we inhabit all play a vital role in shaping our sense of belonging, purpose, and fulfillment. Just as the Stoics envisioned the universe as an interconnected whole, so too did they recognize the importance of nurturing a harmonious balance in all our relationships. This doesn't mean striving for a utopian ideal where conflict never arises. Instead, it's about approaching all our interactions with a sense of respect, empathy, and a commitment to acting with justice and kindness. The Stoic approach encourages us to treat each person within this circle with dignity and respect, recognizing that every interaction, no matter how small, has the potential to ripple outwards, influencing the lives of others. In the tapestry of human connections, friendship holds a special place. Friends are the chosen family we create for ourselves, the individuals who share our laughter and tears, our triumphs and challenges, offering a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, and a source of unwavering support through life's adventures. Stoicism recognizes the profound value of friendship, not only for our emotional well-being, but also for our moral and intellectual growth. True friends, the Stoics believed, serve as mirrors, reflecting back to us our strengths and weaknesses, challenging us to become better versions of ourselves. This process of mutual growth and support is at the heart of Stoic friendship. It's about approaching these relationships with a spirit of generosity, offering encouragement and understanding, while also being receptive to the feedback and perspectives of those who know us best. Family relationships, often described as the first and most enduring bonds we form, can be a source of both immense joy and profound complexity. These are the relationships we are born into, shaped by shared history, cultural expectations, and the intricate interplay of personalities that often span generations. Stoicism offers a framework for navigating the unique challenges and rewards of family relationships with wisdom and compassion. It reminds us that just as we cannot choose our families, we cannot control the actions or emotions of our family members. We can, however, choose how we respond to them, setting healthy boundaries, practicing forgiveness, and focusing on nurturing the connections that bring us joy and support. In some cases, this might mean accepting that certain family members are not capable of providing the love and support we desire. In such instances, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate a sense of loving detachment, recognizing that we can still hold love and compassion in our hearts, even as we create healthy distance to protect our own emotional well-being. One of the most valuable lessons Stoicism offers for all relationships, but particularly for friendships and family ties, is the importance of setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries are not about building walls or shutting people out. They are about creating clear lines of communication, establishing what we are and are not willing to tolerate, and protecting our own emotional and mental well-being. This can be particularly challenging in close relationships where the lines of responsibility and emotional dependence can become blurred. Yet it's precisely in these close relationships where setting healthy boundaries is most crucial. It's about recognizing that we are not responsible for the happiness or well-being of others, nor can we expect others to be responsible for our own. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love and self-respect. It's about communicating our needs clearly and respectfully, and then honoring those boundaries, even when it's difficult or met with resistance. Remember, true strength in relationships comes not from sacrificing our own well-being, but from creating a space where both individuals can thrive and grow authentically. The Stoic concept of loving detachment might seem paradoxical at first glance. How can we love deeply without clinging, without needing to control or change the object of our affection? Yet it's precisely in this space of loving detachment that true freedom and joy in relationships can be found. Cultivating loving detachment doesn't mean we stop caring. It simply means that we detach from the outcome of our relationships. We release the need to control the actions, emotions, or choices of others, recognizing that true love allows for individual growth and evolution, even if it leads us down different paths. In the context of friendships and family relationships, loving detachment allows us to appreciate the preciousness of the present moment, to cherish the memories we create, and to find joy in the journey, even as we acknowledge that change is an inevitable part of life. It's about holding our loved ones gently, with open hands and open hearts, knowing that true love endures, even in the face of change, loss, or separation. In the bustling metropolis of 2025, amidst the glittering skyscrapers and the constant hum of technological advancement, lived a young woman named Anya. Anya, like many of her peers, navigated the complexities of modern life, juggling a demanding career, a close-knit circle of friends, and a loving, yet sometimes challenging family. Despite her outward success, Anya felt a nagging sense of unease. Her relationships, though filled with good intentions and genuine affection, often felt strained by the pressures of their fast-paced lives. Miscommunications were common, expectations often went unspoken, and the constant barrage of digital distractions seemed to create an invisible barrier between her and the people she cared about most. One evening, feeling particularly overwhelmed after a particularly frustrating day, Anya stumbled upon an article about Stoicism. Intrigued by the idea of finding inner peace and stronger relationships through ancient wisdom, she decided to delve deeper, reading the words of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, feeling a sense of resonance with their timeless insights. Anya's journey into Stoicism began with a simple realization. Much of her unhappiness stemmed from unmet expectations. She had placed upon her loved ones the burden of fulfilling her emotional needs, of always being available, of understanding her every thought. This realization was both liberating and unsettling. It shifted the locus of control to her internal world, where she could choose her thoughts, reactions, and happiness. It meant acknowledging her role in her own pain. True happiness comes from accepting others as they are. Armed with this newfound understanding, Anya began to apply the practical tools of Stoicism to her daily life. She practiced pausing before reacting, choosing her words with care, especially in moments of conflict. She reminded herself that her loved ones were her teammates in the shared journey of life. Anya approached disagreements with curiosity rather than judgment. She sought to understand others' perspectives, even if she didn't agree. She communicated her needs and boundaries clearly and respectfully. Anya learned to let go of things she couldn't control. She accepted she couldn't dictate others' actions but could choose her response. This meant releasing the need to control outcomes and trusting her resilience. As Anya integrated the principles of Stoicism into her daily life, she began to notice a profound shift in her relationships. Her conversations with her loved ones became more open and honest, less burdened by the weight of unspoken expectations. Conflicts, while not entirely absent, were navigated with greater understanding and compassion. Her relationship with her partner, once strained by misunderstandings and unspoken resentments, blossomed into a deeper, more fulfilling connection. They learned to communicate their needs more effectively, to appreciate their differences, and to support each other's growth and aspirations with a newfound sense of empathy and understanding. Anya's friendships also deepened. She discovered that by showing up authentically, without judgment or the need to fix anyone, she created a space where her friends felt safe to do the same. Their bonds became a source of strength and support, a sanctuary where they could share their vulnerabilities, celebrate their joys, and navigate life's inevitable challenges together. Anya's transformation didn't go unnoticed. Her friends and family, witnessing her newfound peace, inquired about her strength. Anya introduced them to Stoicism, not as dogma, but as practical tools. The ripples of Anya's journey spread, touching lives around her. Her story became a testament to ancient wisdom transforming modern lives. As we've journeyed through the principles of Stoicism and witnessed its transformative power in Anya's story, it's clear that this ancient philosophy offers profound wisdom for navigating relationships. In a world saturated with digital distractions, Stoicism reminds us that true fulfillment lies in cultivating inner peace. This reclamation begins with a conscious choice to prioritize authentic connection over digital distractions. The Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome may have lived in a vastly different world, but their insights into human nature, virtue, and the pursuit of happiness remain startlingly relevant today. Their teachings remind us that true strength lies not in controlling external events, but in mastering our own thoughts, emotions, and reactions. In the realm of relationships, Stoicism offers a powerful framework for navigating conflict, cultivating empathy, and building resilience. It encourages us to approach our interactions with a sense of justice, kindness, and understanding, recognizing that every person we encounter is fighting their own battles and doing the best they can with the resources they have available. The Stoic legacy is not a rigid set of rules, but a flexible and adaptable philosophy of life. It's about embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, accepting what we cannot control, and focusing our energy on living in accordance with nature and virtue. As we conclude our exploration of Stoicism and its potential to transform our relationships, let this serve as a call to action, an invitation to embark on your own Stoic journey of self-discovery and connection. This isn't about achieving some idealized version of perfection, but about embracing the messy, beautiful, and often challenging reality of human relationships with courage, compassion, and an open heart. Start by integrating small, manageable practices into your daily life. Practice the art of pausing before reacting, taking a breath, and choosing your words with care. Cultivate a spirit of gratitude for the people in your life, appreciating their strengths and accepting their imperfections. Set healthy boundaries, communicate your needs clearly, and prioritize quality time with those who matter most. Remember, building stronger relationships is a journey, not a destination. There will be setbacks, misunderstandings, and moments of frustration. But by embracing the principles of Stoicism, you'll develop the resilience, wisdom, and emotional intelligence to navigate these challenges with grace and emerge from them with even stronger bonds. Embrace the journey with all its imperfections and detours. Find joy in the present moment and small acts of kindness. Approach each interaction as an opportunity for growth. Be patient with yourself and others. Offer compassion and guide yourself back to conscious connection. Live in alignment with your values for joy and fulfillment. Imagine a 2025 where Stoicism isn't just an ancient philosophy studied in textbooks, but a living, breathing practice woven into the fabric of our daily lives. Imagine a world where individuals approach their relationships with greater empathy, understanding, and a commitment to building connections that nourish the soul and stand the test of time. Imagine a world where digital distractions no longer hold sway over our attention, where we prioritize quality time with loved ones, and where we engage in meaningful conversations that feed our spirits and deepen our bonds. Imagine a world where conflicts are seen as opportunities for growth, where forgiveness flows freely, and where love is not a fleeting emotion but a conscious choice we make each and every day. This is the promise of Stoicism for a more connected 2025, a future where ancient wisdom illuminates our path, guiding us towards deeper, more fulfilling relationships, and a world where technology enhances rather than hinders our ability to connect, love, and thrive.